Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to review and taste the Australian Army Combat Ration 1 Man 24-hour Menu F. We've previously done the Menu F on this channel, but this is the 2022 to 2023 menu build, so it will be different. So without further ado, let's open up and check it out. Okay, so let's open up our Menu F. Okay, so we've got our instant mashed potato. We've got our bread, which is the plain white bread type. Isotonic drink powder, wild berry. We've got our accessories pack. Mentos, fruit flavour. Apricot jam, energy bar brownie flavour, green seas tuna in chunks in spring water. So this is the unflavoured version of tuna, variety of tuna I should say. We have the golden pumpkin soup, sweetened condensed milk, chili con carne, chocolate chip cake. We have the biscuit crisp bread. So this is the plain crackers, M&Ms, natural muesli with fruits and seeds. So this is the breakfast creamer, all fruit bar raspberry, chocolate ration, teriyaki steak bar, protein drink chocolate flavour, jam sandwich biscuit, ration pack processed cheddar cheese, our quick lock bag, ration pack spoon, toilet paper, matches, and here's our last main meal, which is the chicken and wild rice. All right, so that's all of the main components. Oh, of course we get our information instruction leaflet, which tells us all about the ration pack, and will also give us a look at the various menu options that are available. So there is a new menu build series, so there's also a 2023-2024 build. So things get changed around with the various menu builds, just to keep it interesting, add new variety, change things around to the changing tastes. Let's just have a look at this. What's in this accessories pouch? Alright, so hand sanitizing wipe, we get 3 of those in each ration pack. We have our Fred filled ration eating device. We get 2 lots of instant coffee, 2 lots of black tea bags. We get black pepper, 2 grams, 2 lots of white sugar, tomato ketchup, 15 grams, 2 lots of 2 grams worth of salt, a scouring cleaner, 2 lots of Mentos Pure Breath freshening, Vegemite, the Australian classic, Tabasco sauce, and a couple of rub bands. So that is our accessories pack. Alright, so next up we need to make breakfast. now we're going to be getting to breakfast. Now we've got a couple of extra additions to breakfast from another ration pack that was left over. So we've got the banana and maple porridge. We've got the plum jam to go with our apricot jam. So let's get cracking with this one. So first up, we're going to make the tea. Get a tea bag in there. And next, what we're going to do is make our natural muesli with fruits and seeds. So what we do there is we just carefully open the top up there. You don't necessarily need a knife. You can use the little rip area there. I like to use a knife. I like to be different. Okay, so we're going to get some condensed milk in here. Now this is optional. You don't have to put this in. So what I'm going to do is probably put about roughly half the tube in. Obviously, if you want it sweeter, you can put more, you can put less, whatever you want to do. Now, the other thing we're going to add in here is the creamer. Just be real careful with this. It's really easy to open, and it will just go everywhere if you open it up too fast. Okay, so we get our creamer in. Just going to add some hot water. So just eyeball it. You're not really adding a lot in. I've probably added too much in. This is going to be quite liquidy. But if you want it more thick, you can just add less. This one here is probably going to be quite liquidy, but we can actually just drink off some of that excess later on. So just grabbing my ration pack spoon, I'm just going to mix those all in. And that will just sit on one side, and that will do its thing. So it will become more of a porridge the longer we leave it. Okay, so next up we're going to make our bread. So this is the white bread option. In these bags, you can warm them up, obviously if you have time. We haven't warmed this up. So what we're going to do is just cut this bread open, cut it in two. I'm going to cut it again. And we're going to add our apricot jam. Now normally, one jam sachet would still be good for the whole lot. But we've got an extra one here, so why not add a bit extra. So putting our plum jam on now. All right, and then we've got our banana and maple porridge. All right, so first up, let's give this a try. Here's my spoon. Banana and maple porridge. Yeah, water, banana puree, milk, oats, a bunch of other things. It's got quite a tangy flavour to it. It's not a massive serving, but for something quick, ready to go, it's not too bad. And even when it's not heated up, that actually still tastes pretty good. All right, next thing we're going to try is the white bread with the apricot jam. So the jam is smooth, you don't actually have any chunks of apricot in there. Nice apricot flavour. It's pretty good. This one here is the plum jam. So I'll just spread that out a bit more. So you've got more of a tangy plum flavour with this one. Definitely my favourite out of the two. Can't go wrong with the plum jam. So we've got our natural muesli here with fruits and seeds. So quite watery. So I'm just going to take off some of this liquid first. Okay, so yeah, so as I say, you want to start off with less and then add more. I got a bit too carried away there, added a whole lot. But look, it's still okay if you add more. You've just got that liquid there you can drink. So let's just give this a try. You've got the crunch of the seeds there. There isn't actually any nuts in here. You've got the sweetness of the dried fruit, and as well as the condensed milk. Yeah, look, it's a really good option. Okay, so now we're going to have the protein drink chocolate flavour. So start off by just adding a little bit of hot water, just to mix that through without adding it all in. So for this drink, you only need 200 mils of water. I was going to say 20 mils of water, 200 mils of water. So not a whole lot of water. This does get a little bit clumpy. So it does get a little bit clumpy, but you can just keep stirring that through. Just going to add a bit more. Of course, if you want to add more water than 200 mils, feel free, go right ahead. It will just dilute that flavour. Yeah, it's got that milky, proteiny type flavour. Not that protein has a flavour. You get that slight chocolatey flavour. Not overly sweet. So if you wanted to add more sweetness, you could potentially add in some more of that condensed milk. Okay, that's it for breakfast. All right, next up out of the Combat Ration Pack Menu F is the Energy Bar Brownie flavour, 40 grams. For those of you that have watched my ration pack review videos before, you know that I'm not a fan of these. You're still not a fan of these? I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of the flavour. Main ingredient, brown rice syrup, date paste. Not a fan, but the cameraman likes them. All fruit bar, raspberry. trying to do this one-handed. I need the cameraman. Alright, so that's our all fruit bar raspberry. Let's give that a try. Fruity, not too sweet. Pretty good. Alright, now we're back for lunch. So we're going to have the chili con carne, or chili con carne, depending on how you like to pronounce that. We're going to have instant mashed potato. Now today we're going to do something different. We're going to do double cheese with the mashed potato. So I've got an extra cheese here from another ration pack, and Vegemite. Now I know some of you are going, what the heck? Why are we adding Vegemite? It tastes good. If you add Vegemite in, it tastes good. It has this umami flavour. It's probably the best way to describe it. Alright, let's use Fred here, which stands for Field Ration Eating Device, also known as the effing ridiculous eating device. And look at that tiny spoon. It's not very much, not much of a surface area to eat from, is it? So typically you won't find too many people using this as a eating device, but rather a can opening device. And I heard a rumour that in the newer versions of the ration pack, these cans of cheese are gone. So this could be the last we see of Fred in future ration packs. We'll see. I haven't seen one of the new ones yet, so wait and see what happens with that. So we're just going to chunk the cheese down. The idea being, if we chunk it down, it's going to melt more easily when we add in our hot water than if we just put the whole thing in one chunk. Oops, I dropped a bit there, so that'll be food for the ants. Alright. So I've never tried double cheese with the mashed potato, so this will be a first time exclusive. So we'll see how it goes. Let's get this other can open. Once you have the technique, it's pretty fast to get these cans open. These are the only canned item in the Australian ration packs, Australian Army ration packs. Alright, once again, we're just going to grab these chunks, get them in. So this is processed cheddar cheese. This is shelf-stable cheese. Do not need to refrigerate this unless you open it. Although I'm not really sure how long you can keep it once you've opened it. I wouldn't imagine too long once it's opened. Anyway, we're not going to wait and find out. We're going to get into it. So I'm going to grab my spoon. Oh, here it is.
Don't forget the Vegemite.
Yes, we will just do this first. Just get some water in here initially before I put the Vegemite in. Okay. I saw something green. I thought it was a leaf that dropped in, but it's actually a bit of parsley that's with the mashed potato. I hope that's what it is. Otherwise, we might be tasting some of the Australian outback. So we are currently in the Australian outback. We're in the central west of New South Wales. I know some of you watching from other parts of the world. I know a lot of you watch from the US, so g'day to everybody from the US. And g'day to all of you from all parts of the world. Thanks for watching. It's got a whole lot of Vegemite all over my fingers here. So if you're finding this entertaining and you'd like me to continue to make these kinds of videos, please smash that like button. That will really help me out. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I do produce these ration pack review videos now and then, as well as doing some other content such as drone flying, motorbike riding, and also some modeling as well. So yeah, please help us out. Helps me grow the channel. All right, so we're just going to incorporate all of these ingredients here. So we've added 250 mils of water. It's not a number I've made up. It is the instructions on here that says to add 250 mil. Of course, you can add less, add a bit more. Obviously, if you add more, it's going to be quite a runny consistency. If you add less, it's going to be a dry consistency. This probably won't be an exact 250 mil, but look, we've added cheese in here, so I think it will work out. So we're going to try and just get all this liquid down to the bottom of the pouch here. All right, so I think that's good enough. So we're just going to leave that now. And we're just going to give that probably a few minutes just to incorporate. And we'll be back in a sec. Okay, so we're back and let's get our chili con carne out. So we've heated up our chili con carne. This is 54% beef. Pouch is a little bit slippery, but we can just open it up without a knife. Okay, so let's just get this out. So I'm not sure how well chili con carne is known around the world, but growing up as a kid, my mum and my dad, I guess, as well, would make chili con carne for us. I don't know, we probably have it every few weeks or so. It's quite an Australian staple. I guess it's still out there. Okay, so this has now been sitting for about 3 or 4 minutes. So I'm just going to put this out and then we'll just give you a close-up view. Just spilt a bit of that. Whoa! Lost the whole lot. Okay, here we go. We're saved. Alright. Wow, there's heaps of this stuff. Alright. Okay, and there's one more thing I want to add. This is Tabasco sauce. Comes in a small 3 ml pouch here. Just going to add a little bit of that to the chili con carne, or chili con carne. Alrighty, just mix that in. So this is 2 portions. So we've got this times 2. The cameraman's got another bowl. So this makes a lot of food. So it really goes a long way. With the Tabasco, adds that extra kick, great flavour. Yeah, really good. Highly recommend going the double cheese. Nice and cheesy. Catch you later. Okay, welcome back. So here we are, dinner time, last meal of the day. So to start off with, we're going to have the tuna chunks in spring water with the crisp bread biscuit. We've got tomato ketchup to go with that. So let's start with that. After that, we've got golden pumpkin soup. And we have chicken and wild rice. So that's our dinner. So let's start with the crisp bread. Oops. Okay, so we get 5 crisp bread biscuits. Just grabbing a spoon. So as I said earlier, this is the unflavoured one. Simply tuna in spring water, no oil, no seasoning. What I'm going to do is just a bit of tuna on each crisp bread. I mean, you could just eat this straight out of the pouch. That's what. That's probably a common way to eat it. But putting it on crisp bread's another way to do it. So you can see we get a fair bit of tuna here. So 85 grams. Not really much liquid at all, really. It's not very liquidy. Okay, so then we'll take the ketchup. It's like a brownie colour. You'd think it would be more of a reddy colour, but it's more of a brownie colour. Looks almost like barbecue sauce. I mean, taste tomatoey, ketchupy. Alright, that's for the cameraman. He can do his. I'm also just going to add a little bit of salt, because there won't be any salt in the tuna. A little bit of salt. Whoa. A little bit too much pepper there, but that's okay. Alright, could use my fingers. I'm just going to use this spoon here. Give this a try. Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah. Alright, that was pretty good. Yeah. So now we're having the golden pumpkin soup. So this needs to be made up with 250 ml of water. Stir until dissolved. Sharing this with cameraman. I'll split this between two, roughly. So I've got my 250 ml of hot water pre-prepared, ready to go. I mean, it's not uncommon for defence when on operations. There just isn't the time to heat things up, prepare. So things like soup, mosquito, go away. Things like soup, yeah, you may not be able to get, may not get consumed if there's just not time to boil water. Most of the other things in the ration pack can be consumed cold, or you can add water to it. The soup, the challenge with the soup is you can't really add 250 ml of water into that. So you got to put it into a cup, a mess tin, and make it up. So it can be a bit of a hassle, and if you don't have time, you're just going to eat cold tuna or a cold chocolate chip cake. So let's give this a try. Yeah, it's okay. It's hasn't got a huge amount of flavour. I may not have put enough mixture in my half here. Just going to add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, just to see if that elevates the flavour. Yeah, so I definitely recommend a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Definitely improves the flavour. So golden pumpkin soup, it's pretty good. Last course for dinner, well, excluding the chocolate chip cake anyway. Last course is the chicken and wild rice. So prepared this earlier. Yeah, sometimes it just gets a little bit slippery. It's hard to tear. Well, that's my excuse anyway. Okay, so chicken and wild rice. Smells good. It's got a tomato base to it, so it's got a very red colour. Let's get the spoon and get some of this out. Get the leaf out. All right. Smells good. You can see the grains of wild rice here. That's what it looks like. Can you see that? Yep. Pieces of chicken. Not masses of amounts of chicken. Plenty of grains in here. Yeah, look, it's got a nice flavour. I think it needs pepper. And I think it needs a little bit of salt. Yeah, that tastes better. Yeah, this is pretty good. Yeah, so look, I think this is a good option as a main course. Certainly it's got a nice tomatoey flavour. You get the chicken. You've got some wild rice there, not a ton of it. Consistency's good, it's not too runny. Yeah, flavour's good, but I think you definitely want to add a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of salt, and that will elevate it. All right, so we're pretty much almost at the end here. So we've got the chocolate chip cake, which we have warmed up. Just tastes nicer warmed up. Just going to open this up so I can divide it equally between me and the cameraman. There we go. So that's what we get. Chocolate chip cake. So it says chocolate chip cake. I don't really see any. Oh yeah, there are chocolate chips there. There's a couple of chocolate chips, not many. So there we go. I'll leave that for the cameraman. So yeah, that's it. So oh yeah, I'll give that a quick taste before I wrap up. Nice, not overly sweet, very moist, and definitely tastes better if you have the opportunity to heat up. Now we're pretty much done. All that's really left is the chocolate ration. We'll have this tonight, probably with a cup of tea, but we won't put this in the video. A tea bag and a couple of other little accessory things. So pretty much that's it. So that was the Menu F Australian Army Combat Ration. Please like, subscribe and share. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.